I doubt that you have heard about Snap's new flying camera. Snap, the American company behind Snapchat, launched a mini drone after launching camera and AR glasses. The mini drone is called Pixie. It is small and light. It fits in the palm of your hand and can capture high-resolution videos and photos. Snap introduced itself as a camera app, but is actually a social network and others, such as Bitmoji and Spectacles Glasses Company. But it did a good job with the latest mini drone. Hello guys, welcome to Techmo. Today, in this video, we'll go through Snap's flying camera. Make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video to know everything about it. You must be wondering why Snap built a drone, or as they prefer to call it, a flying camera. Well, the answer is, Snap has wanted to make something like this for a long time and has finally gotten around to it. Snap refers to itself as a camera company, which is a bit of a stretch, but considering Snap's background, it makes sense. From changing Snapchat to Snap to realizing spectacles and those yellow vending machines, the company has come a long way. On the hardware side, they now have AR spectacles, although they aren't really a thing yet, and you can't really buy them. According to Snap, Pixie is designed to support creators who want to create original content independently and from a variety of perspectives. It is very simple to use, even those who have never used a drone before are getting into it. It's accessible and affordable, with a minimal barrier to getting it up and running, editing it, and sharing it with friends. This thing has a decent chance of succeeding. It might be an excellent device for parties, but it doesn't seem like something you'd want to bring on a hike. The drone has 4 main flight patterns, and they are hover, reveal, follow, and orbit. There's also a favorite mode, where you can change things like the reveal distance to 20 feet instead of 30 feet and save it on the device. All of the footage is saved on a hard drive with a capacity of 16 gigabytes. Then you may sync it to the Snapchat app via USB or Wi-Fi, where it will appear in the memories section. After that, you can export it to any location you like. The editing tools are simple and entertaining to use. You can add music and special lenses, which are Snap's AR effects. Also, add a great auto-cropping feature that simply turns the image vertical on you, the person is tracking. It's amazing how this device tracks, since it's solely focused on a human. It can't track a dog and it can't track a car. You must stare at it, hold it up in the air, and then let it go. That's an intriguing choice since it puts the focus on the people and what you're doing with them. It also does a decent job at tracking numerous persons in a single image. It's not going to follow you around or perform any crazy maneuvers like some of the higher-end AI-enabled drones. But you know, it's the finest you'll find at this price point. The battery is a drawback, but it isn't one that will necessarily detract from your enjoyment. They sell little supplementary battery packs that are simple to insert and remove. And each pack is said to provide 5 to 10 flights of power. They won't specify how long the battery lasts, which is disappointing, but it's enough. The item is also incredibly light but durable, so dropping it a few times won't damage it. It's quite long-lasting. The fact that it will reliably land back is the most astounding aspect about this. And that element gives it a whimsical, almost playful vibe that you don't see in many devices, especially at this price point. Overall, this is a solid little camera, and the fact that it can perform these orbits and all of these different flight patterns on its own makes it quite simple to operate. Obviously, this isn't going to be a game-changing item for Snap or shift people's perceptions of the company. However, it has a strong chance of becoming something that people want to buy. If you've never used a drone before, you'll have no trouble taking it up and operating it. It's quite user-friendly. This drone is extremely lightweight, weighing only 101 grams. It's almost too light, which means it won't handle the wind very well, so keep that in mind before launching it into the air. If you suspect you're about to lose control of the drone, the app has a landing option that will force a landing. The body lacks obstacle avoidance sensors, which, while not essential, would be good to have. It's not designed to fit into small spaces, avoid obstacles, or follow you around. The only additional camera is the one on the bottom of the drone, which is used to distinguish hands as it approaches a landing. Also, you won't find a gimbal here. Instead, the camera is mounted on the drone's body, which can make the footage wobbly at times, depending on your flight and wind conditions. And to be honest, that's fine. This is a totally different drone than most people's. It isn't the drone that you carry with you to shoot the highest quality of breathtaking sunsets and landscapes. It's not just about providing you a fresh perspective on your snap videos like a drone perspective, but it's also about you, the user. Now, before we continue, we would appreciate it if you give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. Please also consider sharing and subscribing to the channel. That would be fantastic. Pixie shoots video in a 16:9 landscape orientation, which is a bit odd. It simply contradicts the notion of Snapchat drones shooting vertical footage. The 2.7K video is saved internally on the drone and then edited in the Snap app, where you may use the auto-cropping feature to convert the footage to vertical videos. And the footage appears to be in good condition. When transported within and surrounded by neon lights from a bright outdoor environment, it has several flaws. Indoors, there is a lot of pixelation and obvious visual noise, but it still performs better than you'd anticipate. It will be able to balance lighting and shadows very well, even when taken outside. It's not really remarkable, but it'll suffice for now. It's unlikely that you'll glance at anything you capture on your laptop. The footage will be live and viewable on your phone, and it will exceed your expectations on that smaller screen. While editing the video you've captured, you'll notice an unexpected side effect. You'll end up with a lot of extra footage unless you trim out the trail end of your clips. Specifically, footage showing you appearing to be attempting to hold the drone's hand. And you wouldn't know what to do with all those extra footage most of the time. Snap's greatest strength here is his approachability. Other drones are simply too complicated for the average person to understand and securely operate. On the contrary, this device is just as safe and simple to use as you might expect. Everything is built in such a way that you can't even have your fingertips touched by the propellers. It's so light that it simply rises from your grasp. By itself, this makes it far more approachable than any other drone flying camera on the market. That could be the biggest selling point of this device, how simple it is to use, even a child could do it. "Oh, that's cute," people would say if they saw it for the first time, which isn't something you hear about many consumer electronic devices. Snap is saying, we're just going to release a flying camera, while the rest of the big tech companies are talking about the metaverse or content control in grandiose terms. And they are not claiming they have high aspirations for it. For now, they're just going to sell it online. But it's not going to be a super hit, they're not going to sell millions of them. That's okay, it's just a funny, entertaining and simple to use piece of technology. That's exactly what it is. It's not groundbreaking, but it's entertaining. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Let us know your thoughts about Snap's flying camera in the comments section. Until next time!